Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Emma. Today is my 2-year vegan anniversary, and so I wanted to make a video about the things I have learned since going vegan, as well as I guess tips on, I don't know if it would necessarily be going vegan, staying vegan, kind of those things. I think it was last year there was a lot within the community online of people going back to eating animals because their doctors told them to, or all these vegan YouTubers who were lying and still eating fish, or just lying in general. And so veganism is something that is very, very important to me. It's something that's very important to the animals. It's something that's very important to the environment. And so I think it's awesome that we keep continuing to talk about it year after year after year, and we see how much it's grown. And that is what I want to chat about today. So I have my phone, I have a little list on here of my top 5. I wrote my top 5 things I've learned. Yeah. So my first thing that I have learned, being vegan for 2 years now, I went vegan in 2017, is veganism is more accessible and easier than ever before. There are so many plant-based options in almost every single grocery store I have ever been in. Moving from Central Illinois, my main grocery stores were Kroger. I did a lot of shopping at Hy-Vee, and then occasionally Chris and I would shop at Walmart there too. I miss Kroger so much. Moving to Pennsylvania, now the grocery stores that we have here are Weis, Giant, Wegmans, and a Walmart again. So because life is just more expensive moving here, Chris and I do the majority of our shopping at Walmart, and we supplement things at Wegmans, which has an amazing selection of dairy-free, nut-free, allergen-free, gluten-free, grain-free, all of the things free, and a lot of vegan options. They have a whole aisle that every single fridge is vegan options, and it's awesome. But like I mentioned, we've been shopping at Walmart quite a bit. Walmart has stepped up its game so much. They have expanded all of the freezer sections in our local Walmart, because there's 2 in this town, but the one that we mainly shop at, I think there's 4 freezer doors now that are literally all plant-based meat options. And then over in the produce section, they still have a little section of plant-based items over there, including chow cheese. That's where Chris and I always buy our chow cheese. Walmart has really expanded their selection of vegan and plant-based alternatives, as well as dollar stores have a lot of things that you can find. All you have to do is just double check, read your ingredients. You can literally type into Google shopping vegan at Dollar Tree, Dollar General, whatever it is, and there are so many different guides that you can find on how to eat vegan at dollar stores near you. My second thing I have learned is that the community that is involved in veganism and the community that it helps create is so awesome. Just meeting so many different people via Twitter, via Instagram, via YouTube, seeing the meals that they can come up with and create, and putting your own twist on it, and asking people for product reviews, especially it was just Thanksgiving, so seeing all the different things of our traditional Thanksgiving food items that everyone recreates in their own way. It's so awesome to see, and everybody is retweeting and sharing each other's food and hyping each other up. And yeah, there's a lot of toxic people out there, and there's the crazy health vegans that tell you when you eat an Impossible Whopper you're gonna clog your arteries, but whatever. And then there's the vegans who oh my gosh, if you don't grow all of your own food, you're not a real vegan. And there's toxic people in every single community, but as far as the people that I have found from embracing veganism and continuing to expand my networks online, it's all been overwhelmingly positive, and just being a part of that to me is something that is really, really awesome and something that I'm really grateful for. The third thing I've learned is do your research. Thinking about veganism as a whole and not solely just food items, there is, of course, a lot more that is involved in humans' daily lives. We're very complex beings. And so when thinking about the things that I use on a daily basis, you know, cleaning products, personal care items, beauty products, anything else I use in the shower, clothes that you wear, all of those different types of things, and thinking about making sure that not only just what you're putting into your body is vegan friendly and doesn't contain any animal byproducts, but also thinking about all of the things that you use on a daily basis. So for me, that started even before I went vegan by switching a lot of my personal and beauty items to cruelty-free, and then I have since kind of phased out the things that are not 100% vegan either. So a lot of beauty products contain carmine, beeswax, lanolin, and that type of stuff, which is not vegan friendly. Also, of course, thinking about makeup brushes that are made with cruelty-free hair, animal hairs, lashes that are made with mink. It's all bullshit. And so make sure that you are doing your research and looking into what actually goes into these products and how they're created and how you are using them. And it's being so commercialized, and we're so disconnected from how it goes from being an innocent sentient being to a product that we use. There's a bunch of documentaries out there. Go watch them. You can also look at, there's so many different guides online of how to make your life as compassionate and as cruelty-free as it possibly can be. Nothing in life will ever be 100% cruelty-free because of capitalism, and that's just how it is. But when we work hard to live as compassionate lives as possible and make responsible and ethical choices with our purchases and with the products that we use on a daily basis, it really does add up and make a difference in the world. Number 4, read labels. Read every single ingredient on every single label. I feel like I know so many vegans who this gets them into trouble. Sometimes we get lazy and you just look at a product really quick and you scroll across the bottom. You kind of glance across the bottom for the allergen information, and as long as it has no milk, no eggs, no shellfish, no, you know, whatever, we're like, oh, heck yeah, we're golden. And then all of a sudden you get something home and it has like beef powder hiding in it. Sometimes also, instead of having the allergens separate at the bottom, they will just bold them in the ingredients, which for me, you know, I love junk food still, and so when there's like an ingredient and then there's the parentheses with all the things that are inside of it, it gets messy and it gets hard. So I think just a reminder for myself and maybe a reminder for other folks out there is read your labels and do a better job at reading the labels and making sure that everything is actually 100% vegan and that there are no animal products or animal byproducts, animal derived products, animal derivatives, you know, whatever you want to think it is. The other day, Chris and I were at Wegmans doing a little bit of shopping, and he found a brownie that like was listed as plant-based, and then I just was like double checking it. Not that I didn't believe him, but I was just like double checking it, seeing what it was made out of, like seeing if it was like chickpeas or soy or whatever. And the first ingredient was honey, and the second ingredient was eggs. And so he'd already purchased it for me, so we had to like go back in the store and like return it and be like, we're vegan, we can't eat this. It was listed as plant-based. They let us return it because it had literally been like 2 minutes. But it's just a reminder, double check your labels, read everything. Let's see, my last one, number 5. So the fifth thing I have learned since going vegan, my 5th like tip, I guess, try everything. Try everything again. When I was growing up, I hated soy. I didn't like tofu. I didn't like those things. I love tofu now. even when I first transitioned to veganism, I still really wasn't keen on tofu. It was kind of squishy. It was kind of weird. I'd never really had it cooked the proper way. And so I have since learned to like love tofu, and I've learned to cook it myself. Tempeh right now really still is not my favorite. I'm working on liking it more. It's a strange texture because it's like whole soybeans. Yeah, it's funky. Oh, I know something. Those tofurkey deli slices, when I very first tried them, I was not into it, not interested. They were kind of rubbery, kind of weird, not good. Now I love them. I could eat 10 sandwiches with tofurkey slices on them. I love them. Try everything. When you see a new product, maybe ask your friends or ask people online if they have tried it. Get like several different views. Get people who don't like it. Get people who do like it. Get why they like it. Get why they don't like it. And then be able to decide, when you know your own taste buds and you know kind of your texture sensitivity, is like if you will like it. Then go ahead and try it. And if you don't like it, then you know not to get it again, but at least you tried it. Sometimes there's things that I just like look at every time we go to the store and I'm like, oh, I've really been wanting to try that. But then I never get it, and then I'm just left like wondering if I'm going to like it. Especially sometimes like higher priced items. Like for a long time, Chris and I hadn't had like any Beyond products because at the grocery store they are a little pricey. Like 4 Beyond sausages for almost $9. Like that's quite a bit. But we finally tried them and they are so good. They are so good. You can get, and like there's so many different things that you can get even fast food now at the drive-thru. So try everything and then try it again when you didn't like it. You know, give it a year, give it 6 months, but try it again. Those are 5 things that I've learned since I went vegan 2 years ago. Like I said, this is my vegan anniversary today. So I'm really excited to be able to just share something that I'm really passionate about with people on the internet. I'm excited that there is such a robust community of vegans on the internet and that it is such a resource for people looking to try more plant-based options, looking to transition into veganism, and looking to help live the most compassionate and ethical lifestyle that we can. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I put out content weekly. So again, thank you so much for watching. Bye. Walmart has really expanded their, why did I say really so many times?